Hai, selamat datang di Mainbasket Talks. Obrolan santai dan mendalam membahas banyak hal, khususnya tentang dunia basket dan kultur yang ada di dalamnya. Selamat menikmati.
Selamat datang di Mainbasket Talks episode kesekian, ke-20 sekian. Untuk melanjutkan obrolan kita dengan Mas Gabriel Budi tentang pemain basket, peluang pemain Indonesia main di Jepang. Hari ini kita akan ngobrol dengan perwakilan dari liga Jepangnya langsung, yakni Chihiro Saito, atau dia jabatannya Manajer Internasional Board atau brand gitu. Jadi dia bakal menjelaskan tentang gimana sih sebenarnya Asia kuota ini dan kenapa Indonesia yang dipilih, gimana peluang pemain Indonesia masuk, apakah ada gimana sebagai pemain impor, atau nanti terakhir mungkin juga dia bakal ngomong tentang apa sih kenapa pemain Indonesia harus datang ke sini, dan juga di antaranya ada perkembangan basket di Jepang sendiri. Kalau kalian susah mendengarkannya secara langsung di Spotify secara suara, nanti datang langsung ke YouTube dari Main Basket Plus. Di sana bakal ada subtitlenya, jadi lebih gampang lah ya dengerinnya. Oke, selamat mendengarkan.
Okay. B-League is actually we are just going into the 5th season. So we started 2016.
Oh.
And before that, we had two professional leagues and a bit chaos. And you know,
yeah, of course. Because, if you have two things.
Yeah, because of that we are sanctioned by FIBA, and but after that we kind of integrated two leagues into just one, and B-League started in 2016, and currently we have two divisions, B1 and B2, and 18 teams each. We will have 20 teams for B1 and then 16 teams for B2 next season. And what else? It's only one league that keep growing from the beginning in terms of the revenue and in terms of the attendance for the last 4 seasons. And so still in Japan, the biggest sport is baseball. Second one is soccer. And I think we are going at the third level.
I'm sorry, little bit. Can you raise your voice a little bit? I can hear you.
Okay. So
the last part only, it's okay.
Okay. So in terms of the revenues, that average of our Division 1 teams are around $10 million. I think it's kind of big compared to the European leagues. And in terms of the basketball on the court, we lost 8 games in a row in the Asian World Cup qualifier in Asia. Yeah. But after that, we won 8 games. And in some games, Rui Hachimura and Yuta Watanabe, those are NBA players played. But in other games, that most of their players are from B-League. And I'm sure that B-League has raised our level of the competition in Japan.
So, is there any? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit lost because I read in some of the news in the in the internet that you guys have 3 leagues, right? Is there any big 3, right?
Okay, yes. Actually, there's B3 league. It's a little bit complicated because it's different. Entity is different. So B1 and B2 is organized by one entity, and the B3 is half amateur and half professional. So organized companies are a little bit different.
Yeah.
But with there's a B1, B2, B3. So 3 divisions.
Okay.
And there's a promotion and relegation between them.
So just straight to the our talk today is like about Asia quota. Can you tell me a little bit about? Can you tell me totally about Asia quota?
Okay, so We are going to start our Asian players quota relegation from 2020 to 21 season, and each team can have just one Asian player. And Asian player means China, Korea, and Chinese Taipei, and Philippines and Indonesia. So 5 countries. So on top of import players, each team can have Asian players. But to be detailed, actually the team can choose naturalized player or Asian players.
So the question is coming. Like we already wrote this in our website. So there is so many questions like why only five country that can be count as a Asia quota.
I think there are 3 countries: China, Korea, Chinese Taipei is a kind of neighbor in East Asia.
It's a neighbor. Yeah, right.
So, and the Philippines and Indonesia is actually a co-host of the 2023 World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
So, I think that those 2 countries are important partner for maybe for the next 4 years or something like that. So we included Philippines and Indonesia for Asian players quota.
Oh, because as Indonesian media, our initial response it was like a surprise for us.
Yeah.
First time it's like what Indonesia for real? I mean like because we talk about the reality that we are in the 90th I think in the FIBA ranking. That's kind of that's kind of shocking for us. So before you guys put this quota or something like that, do you guys already know about anything about Indonesian basketball?
Yes. Personally, I have visited Indonesia for basketball twice, and met some of the basketball-related people. And I've heard about the IBL.
Oh yeah.
Not DBL. Right? IBL. I have heard about IBL, and I talked to some of them. So I have some ideas about the Indonesian basketball, and I think IBL is now owned by Mahaka Group.
Yep.
Right?
That's right.
Biggest, I forget his name.
Eric Thohir.
Yeah, Eric Thohir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not sure exactly, but I think he's very enthusiastic for basketball, and he's right. So, and well, I think now trying to develop basketball. So, I think we can just support, or we can just work together to develop nation basketball.
So, for this quota, do you have any particular standard for, especially for Indonesian player? Because like I said, there is a very big gap between China, Chinese Taipei, Korea, Philippines, and then Indonesia. There's a big gap. So, do you have any standard that for our player to came play to B-League? Are they supposed to be a national team player or anything else?
Actually, there's no regulations or kind of eligibility for them. So maybe it can be a something player, or maybe a young player is fine. And because Sadi Lavina is right, Sadi Lavina.
Oh, third year of it. Yep. Okay.
He's just graduated from university.
Yep.
And we also got one more player from Korea, and he's I think he just finished 2 or 3 years in college. He's very young. So I think young players or maybe veterans. There is
no particular standard, right?
Yeah. Right.
So, can you tell us about the mechanism for the recruitment, especially for Indonesia? Because like we questioning that are the B-League teams come to to scouting, or they just contact the agent or something like that?
Actually, before the Corona COVID-19 era, we wanted to take somebody or teams to Indonesia to meet, maybe teams and class and league maybe, or maybe we can meet agents, but unfortunately we couldn't do that. So, but basically, ideal relationship is there's some communication between teams in Indonesia and us. But if it doesn't work, maybe we can just rely on to the agents. And because it's pretty hard to take our teams to Indonesia and get the information on Indonesian players. So I think that agents can be one of the options.
So the very big, the very important question for me is like, what is the real benefit for of this program for our players? I mean, like, well, it's like there is a big gap that between B1 and B2, or it's like it's not really it's not really like something bigger or something like that.
Basically, for the players, I believe that B-League is one of the best leagues in Asia already, in terms of competition. So, and our players are good, of course. Japanese players are good, but also we'll be getting good import players too. So the level of competition is getting much better these days. So playing in that environment it should be a good opportunity for players. And I think that's one thing. And I'm not sure about the detailed verification for Indonesian League IBL, but the reason Korean players just joined us is to kind of skip the draft. I mean, not actually skip, because if they get drafted, the minimum term of contract is 5 years. I think it's pretty long for young players. So actually our regulation is pretty simple and flexible. So you can just sign 1 year, 2 year, maximum is 3 years. And actually there's a deadline for registration. The season is around end of February. So they can just start to join anytime you like during the season, even the January. Our season starts from October, but players can join December, January, maybe February. So maybe they can just choose to short time contract too.
I'm sorry, I lost that.
To short term contract. Maybe it's 1 January to April or something like that. Yeah. So I think the flexibility is also a benefit for players.
Can you tell me a little bit about the system? Is that home and away, or only one place or at a time, or something like that?
Our game is all our game is a home and away. So each team play 60 games in a season, and 30 at home and 30 away.
Oh, okay.
So I think the good thing for player is you can just run with beautiful Japan or Japan.
I think that's fine. I think that's the fun part.
That's very important.
So what do you expect? Like, I mean, the league expect from Asia quota player, especially from Indonesian player. I mean, like, when you move overseas, even though it's like you label as an import, even though it's like Asia quota or something like that. You label as import. There is always something like expectation waiting for them, and then now it's like with this B-League, what kind of expectation they're waiting for them?
I think it depends on the teams. Laben, I'm sure he'll be the one of the best players in Asia, and he'll be a starter even in our Division 1 teams. But actually, we have our regulation is imports. I think it's a little bit more numbers than other Asian countries. So basically, most of the team have 3 imports, and that's it. So you can just have a good player as an Asian import, or maybe they can just sign Asian player as a kind of development player.
Yep.
Even in Division 1 or Division 2. So depends on the teams.
Is there any team that really dominating B-League, B1 or B2 so far? I mean, like Golden State Warrior or something like that. Is there any something like that in the B-League? Because I mean, in Indonesia there is a team like that.
Oh,
so
really?
Is that the team that the Eric Thohir owns Satria Muda in Indonesia. They won almost every year. At least they came to the final. But is there any something like that in B-League?
Actually, in terms of budget, I think the biggest one is around 17 million US dollar, and the smallest team in B1 is 6 or 7 million. So the salary is.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of lost. What?
So actually, we don't have a salary cap.
Okay.
And we don't have black. We don't have black or salary cap. So there's no kind of system to have a parity. So yeah, the good teams is always. But for the last, there's 4 or 5 kind of dominating teams. But for the last 3 seasons, the champion was the same one.
Oh. Is that where is Ravena going or no?
No. Actually, Lavina is going to the bottom team last season.
Oh, right.
That team only won 5 games out of 41.
Wow.
But I'm sure he will get some time. Playing.
So another question for I think it's actually from our player. If they some of them has already said they're interested. They're very excited to put their name on the list for the B-League. But our question is like, is there any minimum salary for the Asia quota, or is depend on the team?
There's no minimum salary is set as a regulation for Asian players. So they can sign as a professional, or also we allow just
what?
We don't have minimum salary.
We don't you don't put minimum salary, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
How do you see this program going? I mean, like you said, because you guys invited Philippines, including in Philippines and Indonesia, because like we are both going to the hosting World Cup for 2023. So, is this program going at least for the 2023?
So sorry.
Is this program will be going until 2023 or more than that?
No, of course we want to continue that program, and maybe sometime we want to expand to some Asian countries. Actually, I just traveled around in Asia last November. So I was just traveling Chinese Taipei, Philippines, Indonesia, Thai, Vietnam. And I met people from Vietnam and Thailand too. So I think those two countries are also the options, maybe kind of candidate for next expansion of the Asian players quota. But I think it's pretty. I'm not sure what's going to happen. So, and I think it's pretty important to have some kind of mutual understanding.
Yeah.
So we are not just to kind of take your player out of your country, but also, of course, we want to contribute to your country too. So, yeah, like in Korea, we have a partnership with the KBL, Korean Basketball League, and with Korea, we have a kind of mutual Asian players quota. So, Japanese player is now playing in KBL. So, and I think that should be the good one. And also, we have a collaboration with the youth program with Korea. So I think that's also what we want to do with the Asian countries. So we are not just taking the player out of the country, but yeah, of course, we want to raise level of basketball in Asia. And NBA is working very hard in Asia to grow their grassroots program, like junior NBA program.
Yep.
But going to NBA immediately is not possible. But I think that one of the options is to play BD for youth and hopeful players. And of course, if they get better in BD, they can just challenge to the NBA or NBA G League. That's fine. So, yeah, I think we can work like that way.
So how's Japanese player react to this kind of this kind of rules, this new Asia quota? Because like I think if it kind of like threatening their position, right?
But just one player in each team, not and
they can sign or not, right? Yeah.
And it's kind of my personal.
What?
It's my personal opinion. But for the last 4 seasons, we had import players, but those players just for inside for number 4 or 5 players per center. So the point guards, wing players, didn't have much competition.
Okay.
Like when you are good, when you are at university, they're always good. But when Lavina coming and Yang Jamin from Korea, he's 6'7" with a team. So we don't see that kind of players. So I'm sure that those players will raise the level of our outside players too. So I don't know what players think about it, but I'm sure this is a good challenge for our outside players, Japanese players too.
Yeah. I also want to know about the growth of basketball in Japan, because like you said before, Yuta Watanabe already played in NBA, also Rui Hachimura, and then Yuda
Yes.
Right, is already came to the Makoto.
Yes.
Right. Is already how the growth of basketball in Japan now.
I think we are getting a lot of anyway US born Japanese players, and those players are now coming back to BD, and also some of the youth talented players are playing for Division 1, NCAA Division 1. And some players came to BD after they graduated, or some players came to BD even during their. I think we are now getting a lot of young talent, kind of new generation talent. So it's pretty good sign for us. And I'm not sure if it's good or not, but we have 20 teams. So we have 20 teams in B1. So it's plenty of room to accept our players. Those young players. So I'm sure that's good. And that's the thing. And also we started from the beginning of our league. We started a youth program. So we have under 15 program already for the 3 seasons. And we are starting under 18 program for the next season.
Wow.
So we're now trying to build our pipeline of players. So yeah, I think we are doing just step by step, but I think it's a good sign for the future.
Yeah. So I actually met Herman Mandole.
Okay.
Yeah, in Asian Games, I remember him coaching the national team.
Yes.
Yeah. I know it's not the result that you guys won, but he already told me a little bit about the grassroots program, and I think it's kind of wow. Do you open for sharing that kind of program that even B-League or Japanese Association to Indonesia or something like that?
Our program, of course.
Yeah, I mean like sharing like how we build, because to be honest, like we I don't think we our league IBL, like you said, it's now running with only 9 or 10 teams, so it's kind of tough. And then it's only like 70 regular season. It's also tough. And then another one that we don't have really great grassroots program for them. So I think like when you guys start this league like 5 or 6 years ago, is this already part of the big plan or something like that?
From the beginning, we had some big plans, bigger picture. Yes, because we had our youth program as a priority too. So I think it's part of the big picture, and of course we are open to share our experience and our knowledge, develop your country's basketball.
Okay, last but not least, can you like tell to any player from Indonesia, like invite them to to have a kind of like dream or just try to game the B-League? Can you have some message for them why they should play on B-League?
So, sorry, once again.
Can you for the last question? Can you tell can you give a message to our Indonesian player, like to invite them to join B-League, or like at least to try why they should come to the B-League?
Okay. It's a difficult question.
I mean, like some of them probably like it's not happening often in Indonesia, even though like Philippines, like we all know 30 is like the first player to do this. So there is some kind of like worry or something about playing overseas or something like that. Even even Japan, because like you guys have own letters, you guys have on your own language, so it's kind of new environment. So how they prepare that? Can you like give your perspective about that to our player?
Okay. I think that our league is a good opportunity for players because we are growing in terms of the competition and in terms of attendance, fans, business, and environment. I mean, the season and the cities are good, food are good. And I think most of our teams are very warm-hearted. So they have the possibility to support your players. But at the same time, even in that situation, trying to play in abroad is a tough challenge. I remember that Saudi says that he still says that he's trying to go out of his comfort zone. So you should be mentally tough. But if you have some really good challenge. Maybe you get something at the World League.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Saito.
Thank
you for your
one
time.
question from me.
Oh, yeah,
Go
my
ahead.
friends want to ask question.
Go ahead, please.
One question. Considering this program, have you have any discussion or talking with our federation, with Indonesian Basketball Federation, or with the Indonesian Basketball League about this plan? If you had, what is going to be their reaction about this program? Or if you haven't talked to them, do you have a plan to do that? I mean, in the recent time.
Actually, I've met somebody from in IBL when I visited last time in November, but unfortunately, we just kind of rushing traveling around, so I didn't have enough time to talk about this. So maybe I should talk more or an exchange of opinions each other, and I hope that will make some open the doors for players too.
Okay, Kang.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.
Right, Mr. Saito, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate really much that you want to talk with us. Thank you for the opportunity, also for also opening this Asia quota. Thank you for B-League, and hope we can see our Indonesian player playing there too next season. Right.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Ya, tadi itu perbincangan kita dengan Mr. Chihiro Saito, manajer representatif dari B-League Jepang. Jadi, seperti yang sudah dijelaskan dia, terbuka lebar sekali peluang bahwa pemain basket kita bisa masuk, bahkan pemain dari semua lini, maksudnya nggak harus pemain nasional, selama memang bisa compete di sana, tim-tim dari sana merasa pemainnya bisa berguna, pasti akan bisa diambil. Kemudian juga beberapa hal yang harus kita contoh, bagaimana Jepang merencanakan ada Liga U15 dan U18 di sana, yang wow, luar biasa sekali sih. Jadi kalau bisa kita adaptasi atau bahkan kita bisa kirim pemain di sana. Jadi itu saja obrolan kita dengan Mr. Chihiro Saito. Nanti siapa pemainnya akan berangkat ke Jepang, yes. Dan siapanya sih buat pertanyaan terbesar ya. Yang intinya kita doakan semoga ada pemain yang akan berangkat ke sana, dan nanti juga pasti bakal ngobrol sama main basket lagi. Oke, selamat mendengarkan, sehat-sehat selalu. Bye-bye.